You don't want to be going through here in an earthquake. Nothing like breakfast on top of Dante's View. That was a rugged night.
This is how you warm up your pants when it's...
We had one more night before temperatures would dictate a move to a warmer location. So we headed back to the June Lake Loop for the best fall color we had seen on the trip. We were pretty confident we could get a camping spot at Silver Lake Campground. We are going to walk up to the waterfall right up there. Haven't done that in a few years. Silver Lake sits at 7,200 feet in elevation. The campground opens in April and closes October 31st. Against a backdrop of aspen, you can stroll along Rush Creek for a beautiful display of fall color. Or you can head up into the Ansel Adams Wilderness area from the trailhead across the road. And it's always a pleasure to chat with a viewer along the way. This is Howard and this is Song. And they, you both live in San Diego?
Yes.
Okay, they're from San Diego and they watch the channel. And we met them on the trail up to the waterfall.
Yeah.
This is how you warm up your pants when it's sub-freezing outside.
Oh yeah. I love how fluid our travel is from one day to the next. Goodale Creek looks like a good option for the night. Kevin, the campground host, is really nice, and we're surprised yet again to run into another viewer. We just ran into another viewer. Her name is Diana, and her dog is Toby. And she's just parked her van, and we're looking at the way it pops up like that. Interesting. Across the street, and his buddy's right there. Today, Death Valley sounds like a good option as a winter storm is approaching. But it requires a bit of a detour as summer flooding closed most of the access roads into the park. We'll take our chances on campsites because we know we can always stay at the pads just outside the park. It's like 80 degrees here, which is great. Going down to 55 tonight, but there's a cold front coming through in a couple days, and tomorrow it's supposed to get really windy at noon. And we'll see if we can get a spot down in the park and then find out all the details for what's going on down there because of the flood. There's, I know this is one of, I think there may only be 2 ways to get in the park right now, or maybe this is the only way.
but we'll get some details. For a Friday night, it is amazing how quiet it is out here. No other campers except that one. And the road traffic is really light, so maybe it'd be a really nice time to visit the valley. And it is so warm tonight. Okay. Bed's made.
These are former slabs from mobile homes that housed workers at nearby mines.
So far, we haven't seen a lot of flood damage, but we haven't gotten into the valley. We're on our way up to Dante's View, which we think we did maybe 30 years ago, but we can't remember. So we're going to go check it out. It's 13 miles up. It's a 25-foot max length on your vehicle, and there's a 15% grade at the top. Over there is the old Ryan mining area, which is where I camped in school. We spent the night there. And somebody, well, we got back to the college, somebody stole my tent. I think that's where we stayed. Cell service over here. This place is, yeah, well, we want to go someplace flat quick and eat breakfast. We gotta walk up. We gotta go up there. Yes. Breakfast first, and then we'll hike. Because that wind is already picked up. It's gonna be really windy up there. Could be a nice hike though. You're so funny. Nothing like breakfast on top of Dante's View on a windy morning, and there's nobody here. I think everybody got scared away because of the floods. So we're gonna do a hike, and we're just excited because we got cell service up here. Just a little.
So what are you doing?
That's a little close, don't you think? Nobody needs to see me that close up. It's the highest point. What does it say? It says something I can't read. There it is. 19. Water Valley, Shoshone, 36 miles. Furnace Creek Wash Road. I don't think we're up for that today.
Isn't that the one
I think that's the road that Diana that we met at the campground yesterday at Goodale Creek. We think that's the road that she said there's some dispersed camping up, but she came in from the other side. So we'll have to check that out on maybe at the end of our trip here. We may check that out on the way home, depending on how we go home. Rio Tinto mining operation. They have stuff all over the place.
Rio Tinto is the second largest metals and mining company in the world, founded in 1873. On August 5th of 2022, unprecedented rains caused flash floods and debris flows that ultimately closed all the roads in the park. By the time of our visit in October, there were 2 roads open. We took one coming in and the other one on our way out.
Never seen water flowing down there, ever. Oh yeah, look at the berm next to the parking area where the piled all up over there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's where people got flooded out. Right here. Right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. All the way down there. Interesting. It's $8.70 a gallon for diesel. The dump station is closed. That's why nobody's camping down here. Wow. Okay. We'll find out. Wow. This place is empty. And it's 84 degrees down here after that really cold hike. Got to put on some shorts. Okay, here are the campgrounds that are open. So, wow, what a mess. What a mess down here.
A bit of a joke, bloody mess. It doesn't say no vacancy.
We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. Do you have anything tonight?
Offered van.
Big break. This would be hard to negotiate some of this dirt.
I'm a stuck record, only midship.
See ya. Come on, rock me, baby, all night long. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dusty, windy. Windy, dusty. That was a rugged night. Wind howled. The dust blew. We're gonna have to dust down this entire van.
How many headlights did we see last night? 5 million?
Well, but those are just people coming in late. But something needs to be done about the reservation system in the parks. Let me show you why. We came in at the last minute. They said they had 2 sites available. Look at that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that side that didn't show. You got 1 there, and then next to that van, there's 2 more empty spots. You got an empty spot behind us. They need to find these people. You know, if you don't... This guy's taking off. He says, I've had enough, I'm leaving. But you need to find these people that don't show. Something needs to be done. And the cell tower went down. So even though they only have 3G here, at least it's something. But it went down yesterday afternoon about 5 p.m. And it's supposed to get really cold tonight, so we're not sure what to do. Do we go someplace else? The wind is supposed to stay moderate now. It won't be super windy. But boy, I got dust everywhere in my teeth and my eyeballs. All over the clothes, the food. But that's the joy of camping. Don't want to be going through here in an earthquake. Which way do I go? Left or right? Oh, look at this one first. Oh no, that looks a little tight. This way. It'll be a tight squeeze for you, John. Look at this old ladder back here. Okay, here we go. Got to the top. I think it was 2 years ago we did this. I think it was. No, it might have been last year. Little boy back here said to John, "I'm 6 years old." And John said, "I'm 69. And I think he moaned.
It was beginning to feel like every which way we went, we were being chased out by the cold. We decided to head for something different, the moon, also known as the Trona Pinnacles. But first we had a detour to maneuver. I wouldn't normally run such a long clip of the drive, but I decided that some of you may be interested in the route someday. But if you want to avoid the winding road, jump ahead to the number on the screen.
Okay, there we go. Okay, this is where we have a detour. The road is closed that way. There's a detour this way, and it 25-foot max length. Part of it is a dirt road. But we've been told that everything's fine for us. Narrow, curvy road. This has been one sketchy road. Oh, this burro just jumped across the road. See, oh, there he is. Wait, slow down, slow down. Oh, there he goes, trotting off.
there, dude. He needs a friend, though. Whoa, that's steep. I think we can do it. At the last minute, we decided to leave Death Valley and head over to Trona, partly because it was still pretty warm over there. So we've come over here to Trona, and it's just beautiful here. It's so quiet and peaceful. There's no wind right now. And then we're going to figure out where we go from here. Do we go home? I don't really want to. It's too cold in the Sierra, so we can't go back there. We could go south. We could go to Joshua Tree. They don't have cell service. So anyway, these are good problems to have. It's really pretty out there. Keep it down in the peanut gallery. Okay, this is a sourdough morning. For all of you who have told me that you've bought the Omnia oven and not used it, you need to use it. And I'm going to make sourdough bread, which is so easy because really all you do is add water. But the water is underneath John. I got to get it. It's not just water you add. You have to add soda water or beer. I don't use beer. I think it gives things a funny flavor. But this is just some soda water. 1 1/4 cups of liquid. And 2 tablespoons of butter for there's a cinnamon type thing. I use this little cast iron pan to melt the butter. And it goes with the cinnamon that's in here. And there's the cinnamon. There's a link to this in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. The recipe says to bake it at 350, and this is the little thermometer that you can get and add to your lid. But I usually bake things at a higher temperature than that. And I have 2 silicone liners in here. I got the dark one I use for savory things, and the light one for, baked sweets and things like that. Whoa.
Oh, look. Flour around it.
Definitely should have used a bigger bowl. Okay. Well, it's supposed to be thicker than this. I don't know why it's not. Now I'll turn on the heat. Never preheat. I got distracted watching Itchy Boots on our way to McCarthy. When you're parked on the moon, you better put out the moonshade. You got some shade. The moon wall, the moon shade.
The moonscape.
The moonscape. Perfect. I've not tried this flavor, but we're going to try it for lunch. I usually add raisins or currants, but I forgot to bring them, so I'm going to have to use cranberries, which actually John prefers, but I did have some avocados on the tree still, so I picked a few. And I might add a little bit more taco mix in case it's not taco-y enough. charging 73 watts. Right now it's at 84%. We're going to see how long it takes to get to 100.
It is chilly out here. We're gonna leave a little bit early because my microphone broke, and John wants to air down the tires because the road coming in here is pretty rough. 5 miles of kind of a roughish road. So we're gonna air down and then take off and head home.
Hey, at least I'm breathing. I know it took a while. Been looking for a sweet song, a sign of spring. Waiting for a reason to laugh, to sing.
So Planet of the Apes was filmed out here, along with, I think it said there are probably 30 TV, movies, commercials, shows, every single year filmed out here in the tufa pinnacles. And you can see why. And you can also hear the weapons being blown off over at China Lake Naval Weapons Station.
Hey, at last I'm standing. I know it could